We're going to start on our backs today. So you can lay down on your mat. If it's comfortable, let your eyes to close. See if you can begin to settle the mind and the body and the breath. We're going to be focusing today on the shoulders, a little bit on strength, mostly on creating more flexibility and creating balance between the front and the back of the shoulder. On your next inhale, reach your arms up, reach the fingertips away from the balls of the feet, and then on an exhale, soften down. Again, inhale as you create length, reach the fingertips away, and exhale as you soften. Hug your knees in and gently rock from side to side. And then roll yourself to the left side. We're going to internally rotate the right arm, bringing the back of the hand to the lower back, or if you can, begin to slide the back of the hand up the back, maybe between the shoulder blades. When you find a comfortable position, roll back onto your back so that your palm is now on your mat. You can keep the soles of your feet on your mat, knees pointed up, or you can let them fall to the right side, coming into a gentle twist. And if it's comfortable for your neck, you can look over that left shoulder. Left hand can extend out in line with your shoulder, palm facing up. See if you can work with your breath with each exhale, softening the weight of your body down. See if you can feel the stretch in that right shoulder. On your next inhale, inhale the knees back up, coming onto the soles of the feet. Roll yourself all the way to the left side again. Gently release that right arm. Roll yourself back onto your back. Extend both arms up for an inhale. And then exhale, roll onto the right side this time. Internally rotating the left arm, bringing the back of the hand to the lower back, or sliding it up the back between the shoulder blades. Once you've found your position, roll back onto your mat so that the left palm faces your mat. You can come onto the soles of the feet or let the knees fall to the left side this time. Looking over that right shoulder if it feels comfortable for your neck. And again, using your exhales to begin to release the weight of your body down onto your mat. And notice as you allow your body to become heavier, that it increases the sensations that you feel in that left shoulder. Take one more nice full inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, gently release, rolling yourself back to the right. Come back onto the back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, soften and roll to one side. We're going to press ourselves up to a seated position. So come to a comfortable seated position. You can sit on a block if that's more comfortable to help find some more softness in your hips. We're going to need a strap for this next exercise. So you can use a strap or even a rope. We're going to hold on to our strap wider than shoulder width apart. On an inhale, inhale the arms up overhead, and on an exhale, let them drop down behind you. Inhale as they reach up overhead, and exhale as they drop down in front of you. Make sure that you pick an appropriate distance for your hands so that you're not forcing yourself through the motion. So here, we're flowing with our breath as we go through the range of motion of our shoulder. Working slowly through any spots that feel a little bit more rigid. And when you feel like you can move through the range of motion with a little bit more ease, you can just inch your hands a little bit closer together. And the next time your hands come forward, you can release your strap. We're going to come up into a half plank position. So hands underneath the shoulders, creating a straight line from the crown of your head to your knees. On an exhale, lower down. And inhale, press up. Exhale, send the hips back into a child's pose. Inhale, come forward, half plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale, child's pose. We'll do that a couple more times. Making sure that on your way down through chaturanga, that your elbows stay nice and close to the sides of your body. And the next time that you inhale yourself forward from your child's pose into your half plank, we're going to go through some protractions and retractions of the shoulders. So on an inhale, you're going to protract the shoulders as you spread the scapula away from the spine, and exhale as you retract, bringing the scapula together towards the spine. So on the inhale, it's like you're pressing up from the mid-back. You feel yourself lift, and on an exhale, you feel yourself descend down into your shoulders. Then we're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to do the same protractions and retractions, but in our full plank. So inhale as you protract, exhale as you retract. Making sure that the movement comes completely from your shoulder blades, the scapula. The rest of the body stays rigid. So core is engaged, tailbone slightly pulls down towards your heels. On an exhale, you can drop your knees down and send the hips back. Release in a child's pose. Arms come down by your sides, palms face up, and let yourself gently rock from side to side. On an inhale, you can bring the arms up overhead, bring them about shoulder width apart, and we're going to send our hips up and back into our first down dog. You can pedal out the feet to start. Make sure you have that external rotation of the arms in the shoulders. Hollow out the lower belly. And then you can slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming into a standing forward fold. Inhale as you come up into a flat back, and exhale as you surrender your crown of head down. Inhale, hinge yourself all the way up, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to go through 2 rounds of Sun Sal A. Inhale, arms reach up, and exhale, hinge forward. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, sending the hips up and back into your down dog for 3 breaths. After your third exhale, bring that right knee tight in towards the chest. Step it forward between the hands. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, and exhale, left side. Inhale, arms up, exhale, hinge forward. Inhale into your halfway lift, reaching through the collarbones. Exhale, hop or step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra, gently gazing up. Exhale, sending the hips back once again into your down dog. Really trying to send the weight back into the heels. After that third exhale, left knee is going to hug tight into the chest. Step it through. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale. Inhale, arms reach all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center, and we'll go right into our round 2 of our Sun Salutation A. On an inhale, reach the arms all the way up, and exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, flat back, really broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, hopper step, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra, really broadening through the collarbones again, and exhale into your down dog. See if you can find some softness in the lower back. After an exhale, bringing that right knee in, stepping forward into your flat back. Exhale. Inhale, arms reach all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. So here we use our sun salutations to warm up our body, to warm up our shoulders. After your third exhale, left knee hugs in. Use the strength of your hip flexors to step it through. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, surrender the crown of your head down. Inhale, arms reach all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to go through one round of our sun salutation B. We're going to sink down into chair. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, hop or step back into your plank, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale as you send the hips up and back into your down dog. We're going to step the right foot forward, pivot that left heel back. We're going to stand up into our warrior one. Inhale, the fingertips up, sinking down into that right knee. Really pressing that left heel back. On an exhale, release the hands down and release them behind you. Open up and broaden across the chest. And then on an exhale, we're going to bow our warrior forward, bringing the shoulder, that right shoulder, to the inside of your right knee. If the hands can't comfortably clasp behind you, you can hold on to a strap or a towel. On an inhale, slowly hinge yourself all the way back up. Reach the knuckles down as you open up across the chest. Exhale, release the hands. Circle the fingertips up. Sink down into that right knee. And then exhale as you bring the hands down. Step back. Lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog and exhale back. And onto the left side, we'll step that left foot forward. Pivot that right heel down and back. Inhale those fingertips up and sink down into your warrior one. Make sure the hips stay square, so pull that that left hip back. On an exhale, lower the hands, interlace them behind you. Press the knuckles down towards your mat, broadening and opening across the chest, gently gazing up. On an exhale, bowing your warrior, bringing the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee, using a strap or a towel if you need. We'll hold here for one more full breath. And then on your inhale, slowly hinge yourself back up. Send those knuckles down behind you. Open and broaden across the chest again. Gently gaze up. Exhale, you can release the hands. Circle the fingertips back up as you sink down into your warrior one. Exhale, palms to your mat. Step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, sending the hips up and back into our down dog, where we will hold here for 5 full breaths. So feet are hip width apart. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Point your fingers pointing forward. Fingers can spread wide, gently gripping the fingertips. Making sure that the weight isn't sinking down into the heels of your hands. On an exhale, you can hop or step to the top of your mat again. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale as you surrender forward. On an inhale, we'll sink down into our chair pose. And then gently release on the exhale. Very good. We're going to widen our stance to about hip width apart or slightly wider. Bringing the outer edges of your feet parallel, so toes are going to be slightly closer than the heels. We're going to interlace the fingers behind us again, send them down towards the floor behind you, and then on exhale, we're going to hinge forward from the hips, let the knuckles reach up towards the ceiling and behind you. Remembering not to force yourself ever. If you need to use a strap or a towel between your hands, to do so. Slowly working your way into a position where gravity can begin to pull down on the hands and begin to work on opening up in the shoulders. On your next inhale, slowly hinge yourself all the way up, broaden through the chest as the knuckles reach down. Gently release and roll the shoulders out. We're going to make our way into our eagle pose. We're going to inhale the arms in front of us, palms facing up, and we're going to cross the right arm over top of the left, bend the elbows, and if you can, bring the palms together or hold on to the right thumb with the left fingertips, or place a strap or towel between the hands. Begin to balance your weight onto that right leg. Lift the left leg when you're ready and cross it over top of your right, coming into a kickstand, so staying on the toes. On an exhale, sink your hips down. And when you're ready, see if you can begin to lift that left leg up. And if it's possible, see if you can tuck those left toes around the right calf. Sink the hips down. Send the elbows up and away from your shoulders to get a nice stretch across the backs of the shoulders. Squeeze everything towards the center line of your body. On your next inhale, you can gently release, standing back up. You're going to release that left leg and swing it back into a warrior one stance. We're going to come into our pyramid pose, square the hips. You can make a fist with both hands and press the knuckles into each other behind you. Or if you can, grab opposite elbows. Or, if it's available, bring your hands into a reverse prayer pose. So bringing the palms together behind you. Send that right hip back, and on an exhale, begin to hinge yourself forward. Take an inhale halfway, and then exhale, lower yourself further, even more. Scissor the legs together. Make sure the kneecaps are engaged on both legs. Feel grounded through both the front and the back foot. On an inhale, slowly hinge yourself all the way back up. Release your hands and step your left foot forward to meet the right. We'll come into our eagle pose on the left side. So palms face up in front of you. This time we're going to cross the left arm over top of the right, coming into your eagle arms, using a strap if you need. Elbows send up and away from the shoulders. Begin to ground down through that left leg, coming onto the toes of the right. Cross that right leg over top and begin to sink the hips down. When you're ready, begin to lift that right leg, and if it's available, tuck the right toes behind the left calf. Squeeze everything towards the center line of your body, making sure that the elbows are reaching up and away so that you can achieve that nice stretch across the upper back. On an inhale, we'll slowly release. And we're going to swing that right hip back into that warrior one stance. Square the hips, sending the left hip slightly back. Again, you can bring the knuckles together behind you, grab opposite elbows, or come into reverse prayer. On an inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you hinge forward, stopping halfway. Inhale and exhale, lowering yourself down some more. Remembering to scissor the legs together. Both the legs are active. Micro bend in both knees, grounding down through the front and back foot. On an inhale, you can slowly begin to hinge yourself back up to standing. Release your hands, and then step that right foot up to meet the left. And we're just going to lower ourselves down onto our mats. Soles of the feet are going to come down about hip width apart. We're going to bring our hands behind our hips. We're going to come onto the palms. fingertips pointing towards the heels. On an inhale, we're going to lift up through the hips, coming into a reverse tabletop, and exhale, lower, but not all the way. Inhale, back up, exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, send the hips up, exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, up, and exhale, lower. Lower yourself all the way down. Take a breath. We're going to do that again with a slight variation. On an inhale, send the hips up. And on an exhale, send them back and through the arms. Inhale up, reverse table. Exhale as you send the hips down and back through the arms. Just flow at the pace of your own breath. We'll do one more. After that exhale, just lower yourself all the way down and roll all the way down onto your back, hugging the knees in, gently rocking yourself from side to side. We're going to come into a reclining twist, so we're going to roll onto the right side, making sure that left hip stacks right on top of the right. And then on an inhale, we're going to inhale that left arm up and exhale as we open it up towards the left, bringing the back of the left hand down towards the ground in line with the shoulder. Looking over that left shoulder if it's comfortable for your neck. Feeling that twist come from the rib cage and allow that shoulder to gently make its way down towards the ground with every exhale. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. See if you can begin to just release in the shoulder. On your next inhale, inhale that arm back up and over, and exhale as you rock back onto your back and all the way to the left side, stacking that right hip on top. Knees stay hugged in. On an inhale, right arm reaches up, and exhale as the back of your right hand falls down towards the ground in line with the shoulder. Looking over that right shoulder if it's comfortable for your neck, remembering to spiral and twist from the rib cage. And with every exhale, seeing if you can feel that shoulder inching its way closer towards the ground. On your next inhale, inhaling that arm back up and over, and exhale as you rock yourself back onto your back. Keep the knees hugged in and just rock from side to side. You can release your legs completely straight down your mat. We're going to bring our elbows in line with our shoulders, bring in 90 degrees to the elbows, and send the backs of the hands down towards the ground. Coming into our cactus arms for our Shavasana. Let your eyes softly close and begin to soften the weight of your body completely down. Let go of any lingering thoughts, any lingering tension. Surrender the weight of your body completely to gravity. On your next inhale, begin to straighten your arms up overhead and get a nice stretch along your entire body. Soften as you exhale, and when you're ready, roll yourself to your right side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seated position on an inhale. Let your palms meet at your heart center. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to practice today. And thank you for letting me guide you today. Namaste.